a lot of the men's rights stuff doesn't really get, there's not like, it doesn't get discussed properly in large part because, and a lot of men hate to hear this, it's the problems are caused by men. Like when women suffer women's issues, they're often caused by men, like being, you know, then killed and systemically denied, da 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 da, blah blah, male feminist spiel, you know how it goes. But when men suffer from issues, the ones caused by women are usually in the venue of like, women might laugh at me if I have feelings around them, which can be true, but I'm not gonna lie. When I see posts about that online, I really feel like people overstate how common that is. Like virginal 13-year-old guys will be like, yeah, you can't cry in front of a woman, she'll never respect you again. The fuck are you talking about? Go play Fortnite. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does. It's just, you know. No, I understand. I'm just saying men are scared women will laugh at them. Women are scared men will kill them. Yeah, it's never not true, basically. I never thought it was weird if I saw a man cry. Yeah, because I don't think women think it's weird to see men cry. I think it's men who think it's weird to see men cry because the men think, well, hold on, we're supposed to be maintaining an artifice here. We can't be doing that. Because like, it's not like the people who are in, like, running around in high school calling dudes, like, gay or girls for being emotional are the women. That's the men. I'm not saying women don't like contribute to it. Obviously, it's not so simple as it's literally like there's two separate teams. You know, we've got shirts and no shirts, and that's everything is separated along those lines. I'm only saying that, like, generally speaking, the enforcers of those standards tend to be other men. Now, this is pretty bullshit. It's women as much as men who do that. I mean, I guess I don't have any, like, evidence. I just, anecdotally, I don't think that's true. I think it's mostly, first of all, if you're in an environment where you're getting made fun of for crying or whatever, you're in high school. No one's doing this shit college or onward, unless you're in some, like, psycho environment, okay? We're talking, like, in young dynamics. It is in relationships. I guess from my end, it's just, like, I have seen stories online of men abusing women, and in my, like, personal life, I have known women who have been abused by men. I have heard stories online of women, like, mocking or being disgusted by their boyfriends crying. I've never heard of that happening in person. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I just have to question how much of this is, like, men circle jerking about how awful women are. Again, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Statistically speaking, it's happened to some of the people watching. I'm just saying that I think the case gets overstated largely from men. All Reddit posts are engagement bait for incels. Yeah, we need to take the final step to just adopting NL's mannerisms and do React Court. We just go to, like, Am I the Asshole? And introduce our queer perspective to it. No, I don't think we'll be doing that. It's not about being made fun of. It's about her losing respect for you. I just don't think it's that common. I just don't think it's that common. How have you earned respect? Well, they're in a relationship in this dynamic. Not being defensive, but I just thought I'd mention I got made fun of to my face by a woman in the bar last week. Well, made fun of about what? We're talking about, like, reaffirming gender roles here. I'm not saying women can't be assholes or anything. I'm not saying you deserved it either, like some people in chat are going to, because they automatically take my side, even if my side isn't what they think it is. It might be more common in aggressively hetero relationships. Maybe this is me unironically doing the skill issue thing, but if I heard that a friend of mine who was a guy got made fun of by their girlfriend because he cried in front of her, my first thought wouldn't even be, that sucks, I'm so sorry. It would be, what were you doing with a girl who does that? Like, there's no way she's normal. And then, maybe this is me doing the victim blaming, because, like, if a guy had a girlfriend who hit him, I wouldn't then think, well, why are you with a girl who hits you? Skill issue. Because I'm not stupid. I understand that there are, like, dynamics to abuse that can keep people trapped in relationships that are obviously bad from the outside, but on the inside you get caught in a cycle of so on and so forth. But if your girlfriend did the, like, oh, you cried in front of me and now I don't respect you thing, for some reason, I feel like in a way that's almost more like it implicates you even more for having been with them if it wasn't being backed up with a bunch of other abusive behavior, because it's like, how can a person be normal holistically, but then that is a position they have? Does that make sense? I guess it's not really a fair standard. But to keep this in mind, if it was done the other way around, I think I would feel exactly the same way. Where if there was a girl who said to me, "Oh, my boyfriend beats me," I wouldn't be like, "Oh, but you're with him, idiot." Like, obviously I would be like, well, that's unfortunate. That should stop. But if she came to me and she was like, yeah, normally we're fine, but my boyfriend mocks me for showing emotion or something like that. Like, not even in the context of an argument, but just like I was upset and he mocks me for that. I feel like that I would be more like, well, what the fuck are you doing with him? Does that make sense? It's like, there's like a threshold under which you can say skill issue, but over which you can't say skill issue, and you have to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know? And I don't know if that's like fair at all. I don't know if that's like I don't know if that's a coherent standard, or if from my perspective, I'm just finding an excuse to pull the skill issue card when I think it's not morally abhorrent for me to do so. I don't know if it's warranted or not. I haven't really thought about it, I guess. I'll have to think about it. It's usually less blatant than they'll make fun of me. It's a bit of a straw man, TBH. More common as they start to detach from the relationship when you stop fitting her idea of a man. Okay, all right, then I'll round the circle and I'll conclude with this point, okay? If you are, let's say you're not in an environment where you're being like physically or emotionally or sexually abused, and we're just talking about like people being assholes, which isn't necessarily abusive. Like, I think abuse needs a more patterned, like there needs to be a more insidious element to it than just like a person being a dick. Like, that's abuse, you know, whatever. Like, we're not drawing a strict line there, but in an environment that is free of abuse, and you're a guy and you show emotion and you no longer fit the archetype of what a man is to the woman that you're with, and she stops thinking of you as a man and pulls away from you, I think you are being done a favor. If you recognize that, I think you're being done a favor. Because, like, I have been with girls who did a great job of being a girly girl and kept that shit up, like, a lot. I mean, like, the nails and the hair and the, like, petite, like, you know, like, they really, and to me, it's theater, right? It's like a theater thing. Like, they're doing a performance, but, like, cool, whatever. I mean, you know, sure. But, like, if, I understand that. But if she was ever like, I'm tired, I'm not going to put on makeup today, we're just going to chill at home. Okay, cool. It's kind of hot now, actually, because it's like different. You know, you've like the contrast actually, if anything, is like more interesting to me than just keeping it up. Or yeah, because now it's like taboo, you know, you know what I mean. I would never like mock her for that or be like, oh well, now you're not a woman to me. But if I did, she should leave me. And if you're a guy and your girl does that to you, you should leave her. Like, you're keeping the man thing up all the time. Like, oh, you know, I've got manly, let me order you a drink, darling. And then you just one time you watch like The Notebook and you cry in front of her and she's like, no, I was going to spend my life with you. I was going to bear your children. But now that I know that you get sad at movies that are meant to make you sad, I've got the ick. I hope the door doesn't give you the ick, bitch. Get out of my house. If you're being done a favor, then, is what I'm saying, okay? Go find a bisexual girl to date next time. They're much less likely to pull this shit. Leave us bisexual girls out of this? Absolutely not. You're God's punching bags, and you deserve it. I'm sorry. Nothing but the best of wishes to all bisexual girls and their boyfriends out there. How do you screen for bisexual girls at the bar? They'll have a boyfriend with them. Straight girls only go to bars with other girls because they don't hang out with men in like a friendly capacity. Sorry to anyone who was personally hurt by this. I can't help, you know, the truth teller. It's the job. That's actually true though. I know.